Hi, everyone. Imagine I'm an economics researcher trying to answer the question, how does monetary policy influence income inequality? To answer this question, I'll refer to the two most powerful levers the Federal Reserve can pull. First is the interest rate, and second is the US money supply growth. Let's begin with a baseline scenario with an interest rate of about 4.5. This gives us a modest upward trend in the Gini coefficient, reflecting steady inflation and asset appreciation, which tend to benefit higher income households over lower income ones. Now let's explore what happens when we tighten monetary policy by increasing the interest rate by 5%. I'll press run here. As you can see, there is a noticeable moderation in the rise of the Gini coefficient. With higher interest rates, credit becomes more expensive. That slows down speculative investment and cools off housing and equity markets, dynamics that tend to disproportionately affect the wealthiest. Now let's look at a more aggressive tightening scenario. In addition to this interest change, let's say I decrease the US money supply by 3.8%. I'll press run here. This combination of higher borrowing costs and tighter liquidity conditions puts the brakes on both consumer and investor spending. It tempers asset inflation and reduces access to speculative credit, which tends to affect top income groups the hardest, those that have the most exposure to financial markets. Now, if I scroll down here, I have the forecasted Gini coefficient tabulated along with each of the forecasted years. Going further down, I have an understanding of how this dashboard is measuring inequality and exactly what formula is being used on the back end in order to calculate this value. And then finally, I can see the monthly Gini coefficient calculation. Here on the left, as a reminder, a Gini coefficient of 0 represents perfect equality, and a Gini coefficient of 1 represents perfect inequality. Given these leading and lagging indicators, I get a sense of what the Gini coefficient is at a given date. I also have a sense of the confidence interval of this prediction. If I have any additional questions about the methodology that went behind this dashboard, I can refer to the methodology page here on the left. Thank you for your time.